a brief or quick through some of the newspapers. We start with the Bank of Governor getting a space on the front page of the Daily Graphic. It says BOG gets staff with forex sales, tourism receives boost at Nzulezu, and then we have Real Pleasure returns to Sekondi Kujokrom. We also have Confucian Rocks, APC over endorsement, and Lavender Hill plan to generate power compost. Very good. You have Engineer Florence Cobbold, project manager of Mudo Plant Treatment Plant. For those of us who know the Lavender, we have to say congratulations to TWH Systems as well as the Jospon Group for doing a yeoman's job in putting together that very project. Now we have a very interesting story about the Bank of Ghana. It says the Bank of Ghana has directed mining companies operating in the country to submit all documentations on the sale of their forex to the commercial banks. And according to the paper, this is to ensure proper monitoring of export receipts and liquidity in the forex market, and also maintain the macroeconomic stability and sustainable development trends of the country. That the second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana, Johnson Isiama, who announced this at the second Ghana Mining Industry Awards in Accra, explained that the move is to track the export receipts of the mining companies because of capital flight and also to boost liquidity in the foreign exchange market. Very interesting as it is. And on the back page, we have the Black Queens. Apparently, they beat their Malian counterparts. And so they're in the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations. And they're going to meet the host nation, Cameroon. We have the Observer. I will investigate and retrieve DKM money. FBI Interpol acts to investigate Mill's death, and Boniface provides 2 mechanized boreholes for Medina, and MPP angry over 6 missing ballot boxes, and other stories we have on the front page. We also have on the front page of the Statesman, BNI tells Mahama people are voting for change. Since Real Pope puts Nana 8% ahead of Mahama, but Frances Mohamed Dansour's plight shows Mahama's innate insensitivity. Akufo-Addo pledges to retrieve monies for DKM scam victims. We need change. Legon students reject NDC sachet water. We have sachet water in the NDC and other colors of the parties. Very interesting as it is. We have front page of the Ghanaian Times. Cubans mourn a great leader. He will be buried on the 4th of December. And so there's a whole week of activity to remember the great man. In their estimation, and Lavender Hill Fecal Waste Plant inaugurated. The inauguration took place on Friday. AU Observer team urges parties to ensure stability. But the main story, 127,339 for special voting December 1. I should be part of this very group. Well, I'm hoping. I didn't register though. I didn't register. But that's how the registration was done. All the media houses, as well as the security services, the health institutions, etc., they are part of the special voting. Once you register, you get to be part. If you don't register, you vote on the main election day. That's on December 7. Back page, Adriana beats Bechem. Queens face host nation Cameroon in semi-finals after dispatching Mali 3-1. Had to beat Kotoko to qualify for G6 final. And you can see players of Accra folk there. And then we have Daily Guide, 6 ballot boxes missing. We have 35 million Ghana city scandal. They are jealous of me. Ayariga boys root for Nana. Lavender Hill is gone. World Bank rates Ghana logistics high. And then you have others there. The adverts are down there. Let me just do them. Nana is 5. Mahama is 3. Please, camera, show it well. I know there's an advert, but just for the education. It's mischief on my part. Okay. The IEA is also having IEA is having its town hall debate. It will be taking place again. 3 took place. 3 of them took part the first time, and they'll be taking part the second time as well. Ankomenam. I debate Ankomenam. Okay, Efson's presidential opinion polls out. Okay, we'll call Ben Efson and ask him. And so we have the Daily Dispatch newspaper, President Mahama commissions Zoomlion fecal treatment plants. The story is on page 11 of the paper. But Ben Efson's presidential opinion polls are out. He says John Mahama is getting 52.4%, Akufo-Addo 49.9%, Ivor Greenstreet and the rest are getting Papa Kwesi Ndum, Edward Mahama, Kunedu Rawlings, Osei Abua, all of them getting 1.7. So this is how it is. We'll try as much as possible to call Ben Efson. We'll see whether he'll speak to us on this very subject. 2 point. Okay. And the Daily Dispatch news, the statement says that people are voting for change. It says this is the real Ben Efson's poll. And then it's interesting this one. It's going to be interesting. Allah ilallah. Allah ilallah. Allah ilallah. Illa illa ilallah. Ilallah ilallah ilallah. That's what I can locate the story. Ben Efson the poll no cry. Statesman. No worry, I'm looking for a poll. The Statesman says Ben Efson has done. It's supposed to be on. Okay. The Daily Statesman can report that the outcome of the latest research conducted by the BNI on the presidential elections predicts a one-tied victory for Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But I wanted, like the BNI survey, the Daily Statesman can further report that the actual poll conducted by researchers for Ben Efson, editor of the Daily Dispatch, also predicts but a slim one-tied victory for the opposition leader. But consistent with nearly all the polls out there, Ben Efson's real poll results have an 8 percentage point lead over the incumbent John Mahama. However, the Daily Dispatch has learnt, the Daily Statesman has learnt that the result that his researchers on the field brought to be what he may be sharing with the public this week. According to very reliable sources, Mr. Efson had been impressed upon by the sponsors of the poll, largely funded by First Lady Lordina Mahama, to claim that the election will be very close, but per his expectations and calculation, President Mahama is going to win 50.2%. Well, Ben Efson says he's going to be 52.4%. So this is Ben Efson's own. Yeah, let me just read this. He says that I think the research was done based on various indicators. It says below are the 6 presidential opinion polls we conducted this year. The last one was on November 16, 2016, and it's our poll for the November 2016 for the 2016 presidential elections. As at May ending, for voters, 30% were undecided. Still, 35% said they'll vote for the NDC, 33% said they'll vote for the MPP, and 2% for other parties. By July ending, 15% were undecided, yet 42% said they'll vote for the NDC, 39% said they'll vote for the MPP, and 4% voted for the other parties. August ending, 10% were undecided, or voters. We're talking about 10% of voters. And 45% said they'll vote for the NDC, 45%, 42% said they'll vote for the MPP, and 3% for the others. And now we come to by November 16, there were no undecided voters. 52.4% said they'll vote for the NDC, and then 45% said they'll vote for MPP and Ben Efson's report. Ben Efson has been conducting the polls for a number of years now, so we'll take his word for it, and we're taking the Daily Dispatch also word for it. But I guess the last paper, The Finder, says BOG to vomit $223 million as PIAC demands refund of misapplied oil revenue. No funds, 20 Ghanaians student hot in China. Presidential candidate to sign peace accord on December 1, and Mahama commissions new rail lines. I will investigate and retrieve DKM monies Akufo-Addo. Those are the stories we have on the front page. But let's look at some other news portal stories, and we'll have to go to my online. It says NCA tightens rules against unsolicited messages as well as calls, and this has elicited a lot more public consultation process to amend and tighten the existing unsolicited electronic communication code of conduct. Sometimes you get some mail saying that data and some adverts that you don't want on your. If you don't want to, you need to be asked first. That's what the NCA wants to advocate. One something won't wash. One something won't wash. Mahama mocks MPP campaign, and we know that we had that very insight from our report from Seth Kwame Boateng, who is on the presidential campaign trail, monitoring the president's campaign for us. We also have other stories. Moroccan state TV shows women how to hide domestic violence. Next story. Buy an iPhone now as a gift or wait till 2017 holidays. West Hills Mall to gift shoppers who vote. They've announced that, oh, Charlie. West Hills Mall. I was there yesterday. West Hills Mall has announced that, Charlie, all shoppers who will show evidence of voting on election day will stand a chance of winning amazing prices. Okay, I'll be there. West Hills, I'll be there. And then next story, we have Trump says he would have won. Trump says he would have won U.S. popular vote if not for illegal voting. And we know there's current wrangling ongoing in the U.S. as well. We have Galka G6. We have Galka G6, Hat Edge, Kotoko, and penalties to set up. Okay, so we look at the other pages. Go to City FM Online. We also have Choose Me, I Want to Serve, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He's a presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. He wants to be president for the Republic of Ghana come December 7 when the voting is undertaken. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. That's what his title will be when he's voted. We also have William is mentally exhausted, frustrated, Amidu. We also have NDC to hire experts to train members on voting, and we know that picture showing Mahama, that's the flag bearer of the incumbent NDC, to his supporters how they should vote. He's number 3 on the presidential ballot paper. Adwoa Safo targets 90,000 votes for Nana Addo in Dome Kwabenya. And if you follow the campaign, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was called an alias Adodi 2016. Now we have other stories there as well on the portal City FM Online. Now we go to the Africa page of the BBC, and it talks about Uganda police arresting king over clashes. We know that a lot of things are taking place in Uganda as well. It's that police stormed a palace and arrested a traditional king in Uganda over clashes that have left some 55 people dead. According to the report on the BBC as well, we're told that some of the perpetrators allegedly of those very actions were hiding in his palace. We don't know how far or how true those were. Kenya TV show dropped after rape comments, and apparently Kenya's top political show Jeff Koinange Live is dropped after a rape comment is made. And deadly bomb blast hits Somalia market. At least 11 people are said to have been killed and 60 others injured as a car bomb hit a busy market in Mogadishu, the capital. Very interesting as it is. Okay, so those will be the highlights from the Africa page of the BBC as we look at the various news stories on the various online portals. So that'll be it for now. And we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll bring you a lot more sporting stories. Please do stay on. We'll be right back.